Bananas are one of the most popular fruits in the world. They're sweet, convenient, and packed with nutrients. But if you're living with diabetes, you may have heard something confusing. Some people say bananas are too high in sugar and should be avoided completely. Others claim bananas are perfectly healthy, even for people with diabetes. So, which one is true? Can banana be eaten in diabetes safely, or does it secretly spike your blood sugar levels? This question is more important than you might think, because for millions of people managing diabetes, choosing the right foods can make a huge difference in blood sugar control, energy levels, and long-term health. And bananas sit right in the middle of this debate. In today's video, we're going to uncover the real science behind bananas and diabetes. You'll learn why bananas affect blood sugar, when they can be safe to eat, and how to enjoy them without causing dangerous spikes. And most importantly, we'll reveal one simple trick that many people with diabetes don't know that can make bananas much safer to eat. Let's dive in. To understand whether bananas are safe for diabetes, we first need to understand why people worry about them in the first place. Bananas naturally contain carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are the main nutrient that raises blood sugar levels. A medium banana typically contains around 25 to 27 grams of carbohydrates, along with natural sugars like glucose, fructose, and sucrose. For someone without diabetes, the body usually handles this easily. Insulin helps move sugar from the bloodstream into cells where it's used for energy. But for people with diabetes, this process doesn't work as efficiently. Either the body doesn't produce enough insulin, or the cells become resistant to it. Because of this, eating foods with carbohydrates can cause blood sugar levels to rise faster than normal. And that's why bananas often get labeled as a dangerous fruit for diabetics. But here's the important part: not all carbohydrates behave the same way inside the body. Some foods cause rapid glucose spikes. Others release sugar slowly and steadily. So the real question is not simply, can banana be eaten in diabetes? The real question is how bananas affect blood sugar, and how they can be eaten wisely. So what does medical research actually say? The truth is surprisingly reassuring. Bananas are not just sugar. They also contain fiber, potassium, vitamin B6, and vitamin C, all of which play important roles in maintaining overall health. One key factor that affects blood sugar is something called the glycemic index, or GI. The glycemic index measures how quickly a food raises blood glucose levels. Foods with a high GI cause rapid spikes. Foods with a low or moderate GI release glucose more slowly. Bananas generally fall into the low to moderate glycemic index range, especially when they are slightly green or just ripe. This means they don't raise blood sugar as dramatically as many processed foods like candy, white bread, or sugary desserts. In fact, the fiber inside bananas helps slow down digestion, which can prevent sharp glucose spikes. So medically speaking, bananas are not automatically forbidden for people with diabetes. However, there are still a few important conditions that determine whether a banana will help or harm blood sugar control. And this is where most people get it wrong. Now here's where many people accidentally make a mistake. The problem is not always the banana itself. The problem is how much and how ripe the banana is. Bananas change dramatically as they ripen. When a banana is green, it contains more resistant starch, which digests slowly and causes a smaller blood sugar rise. But as the banana ripens and turns yellow or even brown, the starch converts into simple sugars. That means a very ripe banana can raise blood glucose faster than a less ripe one. Portion size matters too. Eating one small banana together with other foods like nuts, yogurt, or oatmeal is very different from eating two large bananas by themselves. Combining bananas with protein or healthy fats slows digestion and helps stabilize blood sugar. So the key isn't avoiding bananas entirely. The key is portion control, ripeness, and food pairing. When these three factors are managed properly, bananas can actually fit into a balanced diabetes-friendly diet. So if you have diabetes, how can you actually enjoy bananas safely? First, choose the right banana size. A small to medium banana is usually a better option than a large one because it contains fewer carbohydrates. Second, try to eat bananas with other foods, not alone. Pairing a banana with protein or healthy fats like peanut butter, almonds, or Greek yogurt can slow down glucose absorption. Third, pay attention to ripeness. Slightly green or just ripe bananas usually cause a slower blood sugar rise than very soft, overripe ones. Fourth, consider timing. Eating bananas earlier in the day or after physical activity may help the body use the glucose more efficiently. And finally, always remember that every person with diabetes responds differently to foods. That's why checking your blood sugar before and after eating a banana can help you understand how your body reacts. When you follow these simple strategies, bananas don't have to disappear from your diet. In fact, they can still be part of a healthy and enjoyable eating plan. Even though bananas can be included in many diabetes diets, there are still situations where extra caution is needed. People who have poorly controlled blood sugar, very high glucose levels, or frequent spikes may need to limit high-carbohydrate fruits until their glucose becomes more stable. Individuals with advanced diabetes complications, such as kidney disease, may also need to watch potassium intake, because bananas contain a significant amount of potassium. Another group that should be cautious is people who eat bananas in large quantities, especially as smoothies, desserts, or sweet snacks combined with other high-sugar foods. For example, a banana blended with sweetened milk, ice cream, or added sugar can quickly become a high glycemic dessert. So the issue again is not just the banana itself, but how it's consumed. The safest approach is always balance, moderation, and monitoring. When diabetes management is personalized and guided by healthy habits, even foods that seem questionable can often fit into a well-controlled lifestyle. So, can banana be eaten in diabetes? The answer is yes, but with awareness and balance. Bananas are not the enemy. They contain valuable nutrients like fiber, potassium, and vitamins that support overall health. However, because they contain carbohydrates, the way they are eaten matters. Choosing the right portion, paying attention to ripeness, and combining bananas with protein or healthy fats can make a big difference in how your body responds. And remember, every person's metabolism is unique. Monitoring your blood sugar after eating certain foods is one of the best ways to understand what works best for you. If you found this video helpful and want more simple explanations about diabetes, nutrition, and healthy living, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Do bananas affect your blood sugar? Your story might help someone else learn. And finally, a quick reminder. This video is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice from your doctor. Stay informed, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.